Hello guys, what's up? And welcome back to my YouTube channel, or should you guys welcome me back to my YouTube channel because it has been a hot minute since the last time I uploaded a YouTube video. In fact, a whopping 8 months.
One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah.
My break was not intentional, but it was very much needed. After uploading like 2 to 3 videos every single week for the past 12 years straight, I will definitely say it started to take a toll on my mental health and my overall well-being. So I scaled back a little bit. I didn't anticipate my break being as long as it was, but I feel like when you know, at this point, I feel like I'm ready to come back stronger than ever. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys like my current everyday makeup routine. And I'm also going to be sharing with you the products that I have on rotation. These products are my ride or die, the top of the top, the creme de la creme, peanut butter to my jelly. Like, I am obsessed with these products. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's look in today's video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To be fair, I still can't believe it's been 8 months since the last time I uploaded a long form video here on YouTube. Where has the time gone? I feel like every time I logged into YouTube, it would really make me sad when I would see it's been 7 months since I uploaded a video, 8 months, because in hindsight, YouTube was my first baby before I actually had a baby. So when I realized I wasn't truly giving it my all, it made me really want to come back stronger than ever. And it's true what they say, absence does make the heart grow fonder. By the way, I am using my Zoe. This is the hydrating cream. It is medical grade skincare, and I've really been into medical grade skincare. In fact, I've been doing a lot when it comes to my skin. I just did a laser treatment, well, 2 laser treatments. I did the Moxie laser and the BBL laser, which is not to be confused with a Brazilian butt lift. It is a broadband light laser treatment. So I did that, and it's supposed to target like all of this here. For years, I pawned this off as freckles, but really it's just sun damage. So I'm really excited to see what it does for my skin. I have 2 treatments left, but after the first one, I'm really impressed. I'm also gonna go in with my Alastin sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen, and I really like it because if you look closely, you'll see that it is tinted. Usually on my no makeup days, I'll just apply this and this alone, and I feel like it does a really good job covering up my redness. Today, I'm going to apply it to my skin, but I'm also gonna go in with my typical everyday makeup routine. So I'm not gonna go in with half as much as I typically do because I don't want it to feel too heavy on my skin. Next thing I'm gonna go in with is my Yummy Skin Glow Serum by Danessa Myricks. This one here is in the shade Main Squeeze. So it is like not the lightest one, but I think the deepest one. It comes in 2 shades, I wanna say. And the reason I got this one is because I bought it during the summer and my son does swim 2 to 3 times a week. And let me tell you, I got so much color. I probably was the darkest I had ever been over the summer. So I had to like switch up all of my base products to products that were a little bit deeper, but now I'm kind of losing my tan, but I still want to use this. Either way, it does work. It gives a really nice glow to the skin. So I like to put it here on the highest points of my cheekbones. And then I'll just take a brush and stipple it on. And you're going to see how pretty. Like if you want really pretty, like glassy skin, this is a primer you're going to want to try. I love the way it looks on my skin. I've also really been into underpainting, which is a really big thing over on TikTok. So I'm going to take my Westman Atelier contour stick. This is the Face Trace contour stick in the shade Truffle, which again is deeper than my typical shade, but I feel like I can definitely make it work for today's video. So I'm going to take some here, 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 along my jaw, under my lip, and then on the sides of my nose. And I usually get crazy with this, but trust the process. It's all gonna come together in the end. Now, one thing I really like about this contour stick is that it buffs and blends out like a dream, but once it sets, it sets. It doesn't go anywhere throughout the day, which is really big for me. I do live in Florida, so I can't really use contour sticks that are too emollient because they kind of like slip and slide throughout the day. This one's my jam. It's literally perfect. I'm not gonna lie, I really miss sitting down and talking to you guys like this and just sharing like my favorite products and why I love them so much. I definitely feel like I'm having a conversation or a FaceTime call with some of my closest girlfriends, except y'all can't really talk back to me. It's just literally me talking, but you guys get it. The next thing I like to do is go in with some concealer. I'm gonna use my Tiny Doll Ultra Wear All Over Cover Concealer. I really like this one. It's definitely medium to buildable coverage. It doesn't feel too heavy underneath the eyes and it doesn't look cakey whatsoever. By the way, I'm not sure if I said it. I'm in the shade Buff Neutral, which is like my perfect shade right now for my skin tone. So I'm gonna take it here, 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 and also on my forehead. And why not, since we're at it, I'm gonna take a little bit right underneath my contour. I know this is looking pretty dramatic, but you guys have to trust the process. I'm gonna use my Sephora Collection Pro Concealer number 57 brush. I really like how small this is because I'm able to take it right underneath my eyes and control where I'm placing the concealer, because when I use a bigger brush, I feel like the concealer kind of just goes everywhere and I want it to stay in a certain area. What I'm doing now is I'm going back in with that contouring brush and I'm re-intensifying my contour just because I'm now going to put my foundation directly over top. I am going to be doing the Mary Phillips technique. So I'm taking a pump of foundation and then I'm taking my brush and I'm saturating the bristles of the brush. By the way, this is the Hourglass dual-ended brush, which I'll have linked down below. And the foundation I'm using is my Luminous Silk Foundation by Armani Beauty in the shade 4.5. So I'm gonna kind of take this and I'm gonna go in big circular motions, and you're gonna see that the contour is going to be less intense, but it's still gonna be visible. Here's a quick close-up view of what my skin looks like after doing that Mary Phillips technique. I'm obsessed with it and I think that you guys should definitely try it out for yourself. I am going to go in with loose powder to set that under eye concealer down and in place. I'm using the Huda powder in the shade Pound Cake on a little tiny Huda puff. It's funny because Huda Beauty actually did an event here not too long ago and I got invited in Tampa and I was blown away because I feel like they never do events here in Tampa. So I know I had to show up and show out for the Tampa girls and it was just fun. I got to meet a ton of other creators outside of the beauty niche. So it definitely opened up my eyes to all the creators that we have here in Tampa. And I really hope that we just get to do more events like that because it was so much fun. Let's touch on brows. Funny enough, I haven't really been doing anything too crazy with my brows. I like to take my NYX brow pencil and I'll just kind of brush through my brows and then lightly fill in the tails, and that's really it. I'll also go in with a little bit of brow gel, but I haven't been doing like the laminated look. I've definitely been going for more of a structured brow, but not too overdone. One thing I've absolutely been obsessed with is cream eyeshadows. So I'm gonna start off with this one. This one's by Bobbi Brown in the shade Taupe. And I like to take this shade all over my eyelid and then I'll buff and blend it out with a brush. One reason I really like creams is just because they're super easy. I can just put them on, blend them out, and then once they set, they set. They literally don't go anywhere throughout the day. Also, if I'm in a rush, I just take a little bit onto my lid and blend it out with my fingers and I'm good to go. So if you guys have not tried cream eyeshadows, definitely try them out. I definitely feel like, I wouldn't say it's the new wave because it's been around for a while, but I definitely feel like a lot more people are getting into creams. Plus, they just look so much better on the eyes. They definitely give off a really pretty kind of like glossy lid finish, which I'm really into. Like, look at that. Anyways, I feel like we have so much to catch up on, but in the same breath, not really, because while I have been absent here on YouTube, I feel like I've still been very much consistent over on TikTok and Instagram. So now I'm sitting here doing my makeup thinking, do I mention that or did they already see that? You know, I'm gonna go in with my next shade, also by Bobbi Brown. This one is in the shade Bark, and I'm gonna take it closest to my lash line to mimic liner, and I'm gonna smoke it out with a blending brush. But my son just turned 2. How has it already been 2 years since I had my baby? I don't know. Time literally flew by. I feel like before I became a mom, time went by so slow. I had all the time in the world, but now that I have a kid, my time is very limited and the time goes by like a million times faster. If you have kids, let me know if you feel the same way or is it just me? Another cream formula I've been obsessed with is this one here by Rare Beauty. The only thing I will say about this one compared to the one by Bobbi Brown is that this one doesn't give you as much playtime to buff and blend it out. So you really gotta work quickly, otherwise it's gonna set and look a little funky on the eyes. But this one's in the shade Contentment. It's a really pretty kind of like rose gold shade. And I like to just take it onto my lid like this. And then I'll take a fluffy brush and quickly try to like buff and blend out the edges before it sets. And if I really want to take it there, I'll go in with an eye topper by Urban Decay. This is the Moondust eye topper in the shade Space Cowboy. This really is like the grown and sexy version of like glitter all over the lid. Do you guys remember back in the day when we used to put like Stila liquid glitter eyeshadows on the lid and then they were like so dry and like crusty? Complete opposite of that. This gives the eye such a beautiful shimmer glitter, but like not really glitter. I feel like they're very, very fine pearlescence and they're so pretty. More times than not, I'll just kind of put this all over the lid with nothing else and it really looks pretty soft and subtle. But like today, I really wanted to go all out with the eyeshadow. This really is like my overdone everyday eyeshadow look. Does that make sense? I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. Did you guys see that they're launching a new one, or they may have already launched it? It looks a lot more cool tone, but this one here is like right up my alley. I've been using it since the day I got it. She's very much used and abused, but I'm gonna take this dark brown on a flat definer brush and I'm gonna press the shadow closest to my lash line to further smoke it out. So like right here, and just press. I'm just taking a warmer brown from within the palette and smoking it out on my lower lash line here. But I did also want to talk about my channel as a whole. For years, I really just got in my head about my content and I essentially put myself in a box where I only ever film beauty videos when in fact, I really love to watch other types of videos. I feel like the creator that I love to watch the most is Taylor Wynn. I love the style of content she creates. I love that she not only films beauty content, but she also incorporates vlogs and other things like that. So I definitely want to do a lot more of that this year, because if I don't even like my videos, how do I expect you guys to like them? You know what I mean? So I think you guys are gonna love the videos that I have planned in my head, and I think you guys will really appreciate the variety. So that's definitely something that you guys can look forward to soon. I'm gonna take a smaller brush here and I'm gonna create a faux wing. I'm not really gonna go all in and create a wing. I like to just make a line here and then I'll go in with concealer and kind of like sharpen it up. Now on a typical day, I usually don't go in with a pair of falsies, but since I'm gonna be filming a ton of videos today, I definitely wanna amp it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with my liquid eyeliner. This is the 24/7 Inks by Urban Decay in the shade Whiskey. So it's not black, it's just like a really deep, like intense brown. And I'm not gonna line my entire lash line. I'm really just going to take it like right here, just so that way when I pop on a lash, everything flows and connects really nice. For my lashes, I'm just using this little baby active lash. I want to say it's from Ardell. I'll have the exact style listed down below, but this definitely is like my go-to lash. It's so wild to think how far my makeup routine has changed over the years. Like I was looking at some of my old videos and I would quite literally wear eyelashes that made me look like a bug. And if I look like a bug, then I was quite literally making makeup tutorials to teach you guys how to look like a bug. Why was I doing that? Why didn't you guys tell me? Let's jump into blush because I'm so obsessed with this blush color. It's by Westman Atelier. It's their Baby Cheeks blush in the shade Chouchette. It's this really pretty kind of like neutral nude pink. It's literally perfect. So I'm just gonna take this straight onto the skin here. And I'm gonna apply a generous amount because it really buffs and blends out like a dream. It doesn't set right away either, so I'm able to apply blush on both sides before I go in and start blending it out. But like, is this not the prettiest pink you have ever seen? These are pretty pricey, I will say that, but they are well worth the price point. They look incredible on the cheeks and they really give off a really beautiful glow. So I'm just taking a flat brush. This brush is by BK Beauty. It is the number 109 brush. But like, look at that. Honey, honey, honey. One thing I will say, when I use this blush in particular, I don't even really feel like I have to go in with an additional highlight because it really just gives off the prettiest glow. Like, look at that. Even though I feel like I don't have to go in with highlight, I am. I'm gonna use my little Tom Ford Duo. I talked about this here on YouTube Shorts and also over on my TikTok. This by far is the prettiest, most natural highlight I have ever used. I'm gonna use the deep shade at the very bottom, but I'm gonna take it on like a stippling brush like this. And I'm just lightly going to brush it here. Nothing crazy, nothing too much. I really just want this to be soft and subtle, so I'm just going to take it at the highest points of my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose, and that's it. Let's talk about lips, because I swear my lip color really changes depending on the day. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk, and I'm going to line my lips with this completely. Sometimes I leave it just like this, but other times I will top it with a gloss. I'm going to use my Candy Glaze Lip Balm by Saint Laurent. This is in the shade 2. It's just a clear one. And this is really going to give me a high shine finish. Last but not least, we have setting spray. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. Why is it taking me so long to try this out? Your makeup will not come off until you take it off when using this setting spray. And for a Florida girl like me, you guys already know this is like right up my alley. And that is pretty much it for today's video. Honestly, I had so much fun sitting down and hanging out with you guys today. I'm really getting back to what I know and what I love, which is YouTube and long form content. As an OG YouTuber, I feel like it is so easy to put YouTube on the back burner, especially with TikTok and Reels, because short form content is really all the rave right now. It's so instant, it's so easy to get out, but I really want to nurture this platform a lot more, come back, film makeup tutorials, vlogs, little mini home decor videos and DIYs that fit my current style and aesthetic. So stay tuned for what's to come. I am so freaking excited. You guys have no idea. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that way YouTube will notify you anytime I upload a new video. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.